Oh, hey, everybody, just doing my Scaramouche impression because Samurai Jack Season 5, it's over. The 13-year wait is just real quickly. I want to I talked about this on Twitter, and it's funny because that tweet still gets occasional retweets, but like when April Fools happen and Cartoon Network and Adult Swim are why I fucking hate April Fools. Every fucking year, their April Fools joke is dumber and fucking not funny. Like, I know all the Rick and Morty fans are going to be like, but we get Rick and Morty. You know, I like Rick and Morty. I do. But you know what? I've waited 13 fucking years for Samurai Jack to be properly fucking ended. I can wait another fucking, like, couple of months for Rick and Morty Season 3. Try being a fucking Venture Brother fan, you little entitled shits. I had to go, but like, I think it was between Season 1 and Season 2. It was a 3 fucking year wait. We had to wait a year for Rick and Morty Season 3. Ooh, wow. Animation takes a long time to produce. Ooh. You fucking disgust me. Like, you're the kind of people Rick has absolute loathing for. Like, anybody who whined about Rick and Morty Season 3 taking too long to fucking make, you're somebody who Rick would have the utmost... You're a Jerry. Like, that's the kind of person who bitches and moan about anime series, like, unless it was fucking goddamn canceled, like fucking, like, a tragedy, like goddamn fucking Samurai Jack was, the fucking thing I'm supposed to be fucking talking about in this video, but I'm, like, look, it's hard for me to talk about things I like. It is. That's why my Mystery Science Theater Season 11 review, I keep putting that off, because I'm like, how the fuck am I gonna make this into a fucking video? Like, I love it. Like, I love fucking Samurai Jack. I mean, there are problems with it. I could talk about them, but like, I want to bitch more about fucking, like, just little shits bitching about Rick and Morty. I don't know why. I wasn't even thinking about this, but until I started talking about it, I'm like, you know what? God damn it. These people fucking piss me off. These fucking Jerrys, the fucking probable Trump voters, let's be honest. They probably voted for Trump. Make Adult Swim great again. Bring back Rick and Morty Season 3. I should not have gotten really high before doing this. And that probably, it's not appropriate, because this Samurai Jack Season 5, oh man, what an emotional roller coaster like this fucking was. It was great. It really was. Like, overall, like, the overall product, I'd say, like, what I would compare Samurai Jack to is a really, really good hot dog. You know? Like, like, when you take it as a whole, and just put it in your mouth and eat it, you're like, yeah, this is a really good hot dog. It is satisfying. I'm enjoying it. But then when you get to the nitty gritty of it and you find out, like, hot dogs are made out of, like, pork anus and fucking chicken eyeballs and fucking cow labias and duck veins, then, you know, then you're probably like, you know what, there's some problems with this fucking hot dog here. But, and that's Samurai Jack in Season 5 overall. Like, it really did have the ending that it needed, and everything did get wrapped up for the most part. There are some things that I'm still like, is Jack still immortal? I'm really confused about that one. Like, I guess he's not, because he went through another time portal and maybe that undid it. I don't know. I'll be honest. I thought, because with the amount of fucking callbacks, I knew, because for all the people who are bitching about how fucking down the last episode was, read fucking interviews, you cretins. Like, Gendy Tarnovsky fucking said months ago, when this show was in fucking post-production, that this was going to have a really fucking bittersweet ending. Like, I knew some bad times were fucking coming in that last episode. Sorry, I was lighting a cigarette. But fucking, fuck, that just blew my mind. Like, lighting that cigarette just. But yeah, I knew this was going to end one of two really super depressing ways. Like, either A, and this was the one I thought they were going to do, because, you know, a big plot point was Jack was effectively immortal. I mean, not invulnerable, because, like, he still got fucking stabbed and shit. Like, that hurt him a lot. But fucking, like, with fucking, he's basically effectively immortal now. So I forgot where I was fucking going with this shit. Again, this is why this isn't a fucking review. If you click this shit thinking this was a fucking review of Samurai Jack, you're fucking dumb. It said Ramble in the fucking title. Get the fuck out of here. Shoot! Get! Get out of here! Go watch a real video! Leave me and my degenerate audience alone. We're not bothering you. We're just trying to struggle through a fucking video here, you fucking you entitled pricks. Get! I'm not yelling at you, Casey. You're fine. Like, I'm not yelling at you. I think Casey thought I was yelling at her. Anyways, fucking, like, I thought Jack was gonna, like, age. Because, again, like, they were playing up the immortality thing a lot in the first half of this season. Like, I thought, like, Jack was going to be like the lava monster. You know? Especially because they had a lot of fucking callbacks to previous episodes in this season. So, I thought they'd have a callback to that one. That would be cool if the fucking Dwarf Sky showed up again, like, as a ghost, like, with some Valkyries. There are a lot of people who kind of, like, I wish showed up in the last fight, you know? Like, I really wish the Immortality were there. Like, that would have been really cool to see. But, like, Lundy, when me and Lundy were talking about the episode afterwards, like, Lundy brought up the good fact of, like, why would Aku be broadcast into the Immortality? Like, they're on a different planet. And I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. So, yeah, I thought it was going to either go Jack fucking ages because he kills Aku, and Aku, like, some of his particles are fucking tachyons or some fucking timey-wimey fucking goddamn bullshit. And, like, Aku needs to be alive, so for Jack to be alive or something like that. Or the ending we got, Grun and Logan. Like, as soon as the wedding shit happened, I was just like, oh no, this is gonna end like Grun and Logan. And then, yeah, it ends like Grun and, if spoiler alert for fucking Grun and Logan, if you haven't seen that, but you've seen Samurai Jack season 5, Grun and Logan basically has the exact same fucking ending. Although, I think a way to have a happier ending with this, and it's not keeping Ashley alive. I've seen a lot of people complain about, like, oh, Jack could just stay in the future. He's still immortal. Like, it's gonna be the fucking elf, like the elf bitch from Lord of the Rings problem. I can't remember her name off the top of my head. If Darth was here, he'd remember her. But fucking, like, fuck. That's her name. Like, she wanted to bone Aragon, but her dad was, Elrond was like, hey, bitch, don't you know? Like, humans don't live that long. You're just gonna be, like, you're gonna have, like, maybe 30 good years of fucking sex with this guy, and then he's gonna die, and you're just gonna be a weird fucking immortal elf lady. You want that? Do you want that? I don't remember how that plot line gets resolved in Lord of the Rings. It's one of the plot lines, because basically in the book, like she just disappears, like, most of the way through it. I've really been talking a lot about the finale, but that's, because that's the thing that ultimately, it's the finale. It's the most important thing by default with this series. But like, I I do feel, I have said, like, the finale we got is the one that, because, like, again, like, Samurai Jack was never going to have a completely happy ending either fucking way. Either he goes back to the past and all the people in the future don't exist anymore, or he dooms everybody for the past 1,000 fucking years or whatever it was to be tortured by fucking Aku when he just takes over when he just stays in the future. Either fucking way, people are going to get fucked. Like, Samurai Jack was never going to have a happy ending. For all those fucking idiots who thought it would, like, do you not pay attention to fucking basic storytelling? He went to the fucking future. Like, either fucking way, the people in the past or the people in the future are going to get fucked. One group is going to get fucked. Now, having said that, a way I could see of sidestepping that is maybe parallel timeline kind of shenanigans, like Dragon Ball Z kind of shit, where like the Aku future still exists, but it's like a parallel timeline sitch. Or like what I thought might happen, and like maybe like and again, I like the end, and I like the whole callback to the ladybug thing and him telling Ashi about the flowers and how they used to cover the entire valley and stuff, because again, that's ultimately what Jack was fighting for. He wasn't fighting for his own happiness. He was fighting for the sake of everyone's happiness. Like, Jack honestly was never going to have a happy ending. Like, Jack as a character was never going to have a completely, like, the best kind of ending Jack as a character would have is fucking bittersweet. Also, it's kind of weird we never learned his actual name. Just realize that just right now. It's like, wait, did they say his fucking name when he went back to the past? No, not at all. Nope. Anyways, fucking. Also, too, I think the big problem, right, with a lot of people though, because I've been very combative, and I'm gonna like build some bridges here with the people who are like, I am not satisfied with him going back to the past. I do think the big problem is we spend 98% of the show in the future. Like, we have no connection to the past. Like, honestly, the only people I cared about in that past flashback showing up at Jack's wedding were the African people and Robin Hood. And that's because the African people actually had an entire episode dedicated to him. Maybe that's what it should have happened more. Like I don't want to criticize Samurai Jack, basically, because it's like criticizing fucking Michelangelo while he's carving David. It's like, why is the penis so small, Mike? Like, why does he got a baby dick? Like, I feel like an asshole for doing this, but like, maybe, like, in hindsight, maybe the past 4 seasons should have had like at least 1, maybe 2 episodes of like, hey, here's some shenanigans in the past of Jack, like doing stuff in the past. Here's a whole episode of him doing Robin Hood shit, like the samurai and Robin Hood. How cool. That would have been a fucking great episode. I'd love a fucking Samurai Jack and Robin Hood episode. That'd be really fucking sweet. I'm surprised Jack never ran into like a future descendant of Robin Hood. He ran into a future descendant of fucking of the the Shaolin monks. But yeah, like, I get it. I get, like, people have a bigger emotional attachment to the future world because that's where we spent like the entirety of the series. But at the same time, not all the people that Aku literally fucking tortured and killed and destroyed over the intervening fucking however many years Jack was flung into the future. It's, again, like, somebody was going to get fucked, the past was going to get fucked, or the future was going to get fucked. Take your fucking pick. You can either fucking stab yourself or you can fucking shoot yourself. That was basically the choice. Like, Samurai Jack really had a Sophie's choice here, where it's like, it wasn't good for him. And I will say too, like, another like criticism for this, like, the last 4 episodes really felt fucking rushed. Like, the second, like, they were like, the second Jack was like, I'm getting my sword back, it really felt rushed. It's like, it's kind of like the opposite problem that a lot of people, myself included, have with the Marvel Netflix shows, where it's like, do you really need 13 episodes to do this story? Like, as much as I love Luke Cage and Jessica Jones in both seasons of Daredevil, not going to talk about fucking that piece of trash Iron Fist. That can, like, that could have been told in fucking 2 episodes or 1 episode. Just fuck that show. But, like, with the good Marvel shows, even I have to admit, where it's like, you know what, they don't really need 13 episodes. They really don't. 10. Like, Samurai Jack, though, like, this, they probably really could have used 13 episodes somewhere, or maybe the last episode should have been an hour long. Because, like, again, the first, like, 5-6 episodes of season 5 are, like, perfect, in my opinion. There's, like, I can't legitimately say a bad thing fucking about them. Like, somebody can. I'm not saying there aren't things bad about them, but, like, from my perspective, for me personally, it's like the first 5 to 6 episodes of Samurai Jack season 5 are everything I fucking wanted, pretty much. And again, like, the finale is, again, what I wanted. Like, it's an appropriate ending to this series, but it did feel fucking rushed. It had all of the elements. It's kind of like with like a soup that hasn't been cooked long enough, you know? Like, all the stuff's there, you know? All of it's there. Or better yet, an example from fucking Samurai Jack season 5, the fucking monk who's drinking the tea, like, the last couple of episodes did not have a good balance between like, what was going on and fucking, like, the narrative as a whole. It just really felt fucking rushed. Like, but yeah, like, I loved it. What else can I talk about? Oh, the fucking Ashi Jack relationship. I didn't care, honestly, which way it went. Like, I could see it being fucking, you know, either way. I could like, either way, I would have been like, okay, this is acceptable. Like, if they did like a father-daughter relationship, or a fucking, or what they ended up doing, a more romantic relationship, I was like, I could see going either way. Sorry, reline my cigarette. It went out. But yeah, like, I did have kind of an inkling that it was going to go more romantic because of the series being, you know, more mature than, like, the Cartoon Network version. So I was like, okay, they're probably going to go romantic with this. Or maybe not, because, like, I've noticed some people too complain about, like, this wasn't as violent as I thought it would be. And I agree with that. I thought there'd be some more blood and gore. Like, I really did. I'm actually surprised we didn't see any blood in the final fight when anybody got stabbed by all those fucking fallen shards of Aku. Like, that was kind of weird. But anyways, fucking, like, I think really though, like, and this is something I appreciate with Gindi. I applaud him for doing, because I wish more fucking Adult Swim shows would do this shit. Show fucking some restraint. Just because you can do shit doesn't mean it's always appropriate to do that shit. Like this, again, this was a more mature show overall, not just due to the fact that there was blood and some implied nudity and such, but also because fucking just the themes, like the whole, like, suicide shit, like, that was That was honestly probably one of the best fucking depictions in fiction of how like people go through the fucking process of fucking contemplating suicide. Like Jack's whole like dynamic with his fucking tortured inner psyche was fucking great. Again, that's another like I think the big problem too is like with the back half or the back like quarter or whatever of Samurai Jack is like a lot of the best themes that they set up in the first half of of season 5 are basically dealt with by episode 6. Like pretty much all of it is just done, and it's kind of like okay. But yeah, I think I've rambled on enough probably for this. Overall, I liked it. I liked it. It was good. It had some problems, but it's an ending that satisfied me. It's an ending that is appropriate for the story. I really liked this season. It was great. Oh yeah, da ba da da ba da ba da, whatever my fucking dumb catch. I'm really regretting coming up with that. Thank you, fucking YouTube, for fucking saying come up with a catchy fucking thing for people to say. It's like fuck you. I don't da ba da da. What, am I fucking turning it into a fucking JoJo stand? Like da ba da 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 da da. What the fuck? Anyways, bye bye.